So I'm wholeheartedly endorsing Kevin for mayor. And he's somebody that I know is going to lead the council to continue to do really, really good things in Carrollton. And so why, I've had a couple people say that, why are you, why endorse Kevin? So there's sort of a list of things that I won't belabor, so because many of you know him from different pieces of, his life. So for the first thing you want in somebody, in any kind of a leader, let alone sort of the chief executive officer of a city, is integrity. Okay, so for you, I see people that have known him for like his whole life in here. I've known him for about 15 years, and so you guys know that integrity is not even really a box I need to talk about. So, and that's nice, right? We're sort of taking that for granted, but like if you broaden your horizon to look at politics everywhere in the world, we shouldn't take that for granted. That's a pretty important thing. So he's got that in spades. He's got the right motivation. So a lot of politicians run all over the place, right? So you want to be this, or you want to do that, or whatever your motivation is. So Kevin's motivation is he wants to make the city really great, which again is something you sort of take for granted because that has been kind of the culture, the civic culture in Carrollton for, I think, at least 10 years or so. It's like really in the room, we're doing what's best for Carrollton, and that has a lot to do with Glenn and James and Doug and the people that are elected to do that, all collectively, that's what we're doing. So Kevin has that in spades, right? I've seen that. It's not that I think he has that. I've seen him do that I call it in the grease, right? So when you're in a tough situation, that's really when your character shows and really you're going to show what you are, who you are. And then I think right now experience is super critical. So we've been in a unique position in Carrollton for the last, I'd say, so 6 years. So since I became mayor, we've had Leonard Martin was our city manager. So he and I have basically served concurrently. So he just retired, 15 years or 16 years for him. I'm now termed out, so that's 15 years. And then we have a lot of city council members that are terming out. And so we'll have, I think it's like less than 2 years average experience on the council once the new group gets seated. And that's coupled with a city manager who's been with the city a long time, is super qualified, and is going to be awesome for decades. But she is also new. And so when you have sort of all of those different things, I think now more than ever, you need someone that's sat in the chair and really been through some tough situations. And Kevin has done that, and not just on city council, but on Planning and Zoning Commission, which is a great training ground for what the mayor does, because a lot of what the mayor does is tonal. I think you set the tone not only in the meetings but for how people do things. And so Planning and Zoning Commission has similar situations where you've got lots of high emotions, you've got complicated things to deal with, and you've got to control a room and do a lot of different things. There's an art to that. It's not science. There's an art to it. He's done it for many years and did really, really well. I have every confidence, so I think we've done quite a few good things. Kevin was a big part of sort of crafting the vision that we're reaching for today in Carrollton, making the city a better place, making it safer, making it look better, bringing in businesses, growing the tax base exponentially. Sort of the basic blueprint of that. We kind of made it out of the mud several years ago, and so I know that he's equipped to carry that forward. As the mayor, there's a lot of obstacles, and I think the analogy I've used before is like if you have a great idea at City Hall, that to me is when you have the idea and you get elected to council, that's like if you're playing football, you just got a handoff. Okay, when you get the handoff, you're still behind the line. You got to get through the line, you got to get through the secondary, you got to get all the way to the end zone. So even as an elected official or the mayor, you've got a lot of obstacles, and these guys that have been in the, that are currently elected know this. To get all the way to the end zone is really hard. Okay, and so he can score those touchdowns for us, and I know he's going to do that.